It's good stuff, this, from Ronnie, because
you just bring down, please,
Judd in his chair knows that Ronnie won't steal a millimetre of advantage when he plays this. Ronnie will play this on a feeling. It'll be the feeling that he had when he played it first time round.
The marker assisting our referee Colin Humphries is Leo Scullion.
Yeah. Between me and you, so because you're talking millimetres, so do you want me to move it slightly to the right? It's close enough on the screen, you see. So do you want me to go a bit further over?
Yeah, as I say, Ronnie will play this on the feeling of the last shot he played. He'll have that muscle memory right now, so he won't
okay, Judd, thank you.
pinch anything. Almost immaterial because the shot's difficult.
Foul,
close, wasn't it?
Judd trump full.
There was a situation out like this afternoon, wasn't there? Sorry. Judd was, I think he had 3 or 4 attempts, didn't he? Just trying to learn the shot, and he got it right 4th or 5th time.
Yes, in the opening frame, actually. He turned a negative into a positive on that occasion, and Sullivan, with the right contact here, could do exactly the same. Just needs a flick, that's all.
Foul, the miss. Judd trump full. Yeah.
Just as I said this afternoon, 12 penalty points is a small price to pay for eventually getting it back into the safety of bulk.
Thank you. Foul, the miss. Judd trump
Free
full.
ball possibility. No, he's just okay.
Slightly. Thank you. Foul, miss. Judd trump full. Yeah.
Groundhog Day a month or so late.
Yeah, just thinking as well that, you know, I've heard a lot of people, pals and such like,
Thank you.
criticise the misrule. This is where, for me, it's actually brilliant. You've got to hit a red. Simple as that. Well, he's all right for a possible plant at the pink spot. Judd not showing any interest in it, so he got away with one there as Ronnie, but sometimes you just earn your luck. He did work for it, didn't he? Ball contact, a must, figure of 8. Has to get a lot of this red. Yeah, he did get lots of it. Brilliant shot. Where's the red? Where's the red? No, not this time.
Calling all pockets, none of them listened.
Yeah, I don't think Ronnie can quite pot this straight enough to be able to hold for pink. Yeah, looking to see if he's got pink to right middle and play for both. I actually fancy him getting on the pink here. He'll be playing two cushions with a kind of stun come screw. And he might even brush the three reds. Well, if he brushes this single red in the face. Just slipped past it, didn't it? See, I was expecting Ronnie to get a bit deeper into the cue ball there. So I think the pink was a possibility to right middle. Now this is a toughie.
Ronnie Sullivan?
That really was asking an awful lot. Tough pot in itself. All of those reds down that end of the table. He knew it could be really expensive. And now, Trump's best opportunity of the evening so far. I think, Alan, that's another difference with Trump.
8.
Of late. Seen him in situations like that in the past, and he's got at things like a bull at a gate. Now he sort of sits back, calms down, composes himself, and gets on with it, although that particular white has got away from him to a degree. Just basically so much more well-rounded.
15. 16.
He's always been lean, now he's mean, and a winning machine.
Put the phone off, please.
I think that's the first mobile phone I've heard ring all week.
$24. $31.
Yeah, it's a good point that Phil made, because as a snooker player, some of the hardest work you have to do is actually when you're sitting in your chair, preparing for your next visit. You have to be ready to take these chances when they come along, especially when you're under the cosh, which he has been this evening so far. Along in his merry way. Here. Quite a bit to do. Yeah, trying to be aggressive. And the reds. Red's no problem here with this bat. Well, won't be a problem because he'll do well to reach this in the green pocket.
well, the branding iron or the swan neck offers maximum elevation, but are they lengthy enough?
Yeah, the other thing is he's right-handed with the rest, Judd. So it's actually a bit more awkward. See, if he played with the rest left-handed, he could probably reach it. Oh, we know he's got an eye for a pot. He's going to need it if he's going to cut this red in. He's hoping to play it as a shot to nothing, mind you. Possible cannon on the green. Cue ball probably going around the brown spot, that sort of area. Oh, what a shot. What a shot that is. Eye for a pot, did I say? My goodness.
And that really is instinct, because when the cue ball and object ball are so close together and you're potting into a blind pocket, you've got to be working on intuition.
Brown ball.
Only kiss that was going to hurt him there was cushion first and full ball. I suppose the only criticism is, why is he flirting with this red at all? Why is he coming on and off the black cushion? Maybe being a wee bit hypercritical, but we'll never know.
Yes, and because 20 of Trump's points came via penalties, there's still an awful lot of points on the table. Ample for Sullivan to get back into the frame.
Judd Trump, 43.
All of a sudden this frame's got a different complexion to it, doesn't it? With Ronnie pushing that red out. Danger written all over this safety shot. Where's the red going to go? Doesn't really want it travelling too far. Hitting the black's a bonus, actually. Settle for that, will Ronnie?
Sullivan has produced so many massive clearances to win frames in the past. Now, I think it would be incorrect to say this table is ideal for a counter-attack, but it's certainly one he could work with if he got the opportunity.
Catch this red super thin. Not bad. Yeah, see, he's not all that intent on trying to snooker Judd there. He's just trying to leave Judd in a situation where it's difficult to not push your head towards that left corner. Or at least open that little cluster of reds up a little. Expect a couple of them at least to move here. Cue ball going close to the green pocket. Close to the green pocket. Yeah, well played in the end. If there's anyone in the game that can play this shot, it's Judd Trump. Playing the pot, he's going to be playing it not so much with a deep screw, it's just stun, trying to kill the cue ball almost where it is. Chance of being on pink, but doesn't want to shift other reds. It's exactly what he's done, and Ronnie Sullivan has a chance for the counter-attack. Possible chance to win the frame now.
Yes, and bringing out the black was a double whammy.
One. Eight. Nine.
Well, there's no applause, but the control on that shot was unreal. Get the blue back in its spot. I agree with you, Phil. Ronnie Sullivan down the years has been the ambassador of the ambush.
14.
Is he about to produce another?
15.
Well, getting the blue back on its spot helped. While also freeing up the yellow for a little later on. He knocked the green safe just before he got in, actually,
So-
ironically. That might be the saviour ball for Trump.
23.
As it's turned out, it's the white that's the saviour, because that was an absolutely thumping kick. Well, the red went as well. We've not seen too many kicks this week, Alan, but that was a horrible one.
Yes, it sure was. That wasn't Ronnie's fault. Part of the game, I'm afraid, and something that I feel we'll never get rid of.
And that was a kick in another sense. It's transformed the whole vibe of the frame.
Green ball.
Yeah, the only good that green out. Oh yeah, he's played that
Ronnie
lovely.
Sullivan, 26.
Good shot, good concentration after the disappointment. See it again, the red just jumped, didn't it?
Yes, that was one of those kicks actually where both balls are affected. The red jumped and the white, all of the backspin was drained out of it.
Oh, how dinky is this? What a shot that is. What a safety. Very unfortunate Ronnie can get this red. I'd even repay the compliment up behind the baulk colours. He's got it, you know.
When a player makes a mistake, they say the balls don't forgive. Maybe they feel sorry for O'Sullivan after that kick.
Not round the back of it, is it? No, good shot.
Well, last night, on the way to sing off Stuart Bingham, Sullivan played a 49-minute frame. This one is going to be over half an hour for sure. Don't worry, folks, he's not slowing down. It's just the way things have gone.
Little tempter then. Is it worth it? Where's the value?
Quiet,
Why
players.
is it the back of the auditorium just upsetting Judd's concentration? You know, reset. Bravery, heart, courage, or anything you like was attached to that shot.
.46 points ahead as he consults the scoreboard. So this red will leave O'Sullivan requiring snookers.
So it looked like long game being back on point. Just in the nick of time.
11.
I'll say it's not how, it's how many. Judd has got his first frame on the board tonight. It looks that way anyway. That red confirms it.
12.
Yes, both have had bad luck in this frame. Trump a couple of times positionally. Sullivan obviously with that monster kick. In the end though,
19.
the younger man gets his first frame on the board this evening.
20. $26. 28. 31. Judd Trump 31.
Judd Trump is giving Ronnie Sullivan at arms. He actually hit that a little thick, and at that pace to go in, to me, was a wee bit of a surprise.
He just muscled it home, didn't he? Although it was a pile driver of a red. The red above the black will go. Wait for the one right of the bunch, just about on it.
6. 7.
Is he straight enough to play this without using a cushion? Oh, he's taking his eye off the pot.
Judd Trump 7.
Do you believe that? He's thinking so much about the cue ball, he's completely forgotten to pot the blue.
This requires historical context. Mid-80s UK Championship final, Willie Thorne missed an admissible blue like that. When he was in command against Steve Davis, eventually was beaten. In snooker, we call it a Willie Thorne blue, don't we? And that most certainly was.
9.
Yes, there it is again. He's as shocked as the rest of us at that blue knock disappearing. There's going to be a case in point here. I don't think Ronnie's going to go into the pack. Stephen made that point. Break builds in a like a different way these days. There's a couple of loose reds he can still build from. Going into the pack was risky.
16.
With the skills he has around the pink spot, why not wait a few?
$17. 17. 24. 25. 28. 32.
Last chance then. Good angle on a colour. He's got it too. He's got it. Yeah, by Ronnie standards.
40.
A little clumsy. No long red on. 33-point lead the way the balls are. Far from decisive.
Ronnie Sullivan, 40.
Trump might have expected to have been more heavily punished than that.
Push another red safe. That's what he'd like to do. Yeah, he's hesitant with this one because the red could go close to yellow. He pushes the white into the corner, and he knows how deadly Judd is. He doesn't want to risk that. Yeah, he pushes the red safe. See, that's alright. I always think in these situations, if you're Judd Trump, don't be too bothered about pushing a red safe yourself. First things first, the way this frame, the way the table's lying, try to get back in the frame. Try to get the next chance. Don't be too... I say, Ronnie's going to push this safe here. But don't worry about that. That's going to happen. Just accept it and move on. His left one, as I say, you're not going to win the frame at this visit, but get yourself back in it in some shape or form. See, the other thing is, if you do get yourself back in it, all of a sudden Ronnie needs the tough reds. As I say, there's no point in fretting over things that are out with your control at the time, for the time being anyway.
Three. 7. Judd Trump, 7.
Another pot that no one expected, but you saw there the red jumped. Hope we're not going to start seeing a lot of kicks. And it's a really scruffy table now.
White.
Yes, it must have been a kick, because as soon as he's back at the table, Trump's asking referee Colin Humphries to clean the cue ball.
It's funny actually, Judd getting the cue ball cleaned there. It's almost like players do this a lot. It's almost like telling everyone, by the way, that last shot that I missed, it wasn't my fault, I got a kick.
This, Alan, is the kind of frame our colleague Stephen Hendry trying to avoid like the plague. You just got to be patient.
Yeah, so you can do it. Judd, happy playing the drop on. Dropping the red, but I was thinking that this kind of situation as well, the Reds will come out eventually of their own accord. It's just, you've just got to wait for a chance to get them in the open. It will come though. There's one of them coming out now. Just hit this full in the face. Yeah, good shot. And another. Yeah, he's going to open them all up here, is he? Playing the screw into them, is he playing the pot? Played the pot. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful shot.
One.
Disappointed with that, but no, just about back in the frame now. Once upon a time you could have given Judd Trump the run around in this type of situation. Those days are no more.
Judd Trump, 8. Judd Trump, 1.
Yeah, cracking pot again. Nicely on the black. Green being off its spot then just helps this shot. No real risk of any cannon, so behind the red. This looks good actually.
Trump 8.
Yeah, it may look negative that, but I can see he's thinking. He's thinking, I'm not going to pot the red and get any sort of angle in a colour to promote any of these two reds. So he's thought, well, why risk it? And not a bad ploy. This frame actually wasn't really big in earnest until these two reds are in play. Will he risk here getting tight to green and yellow? Or is it bulk cushion? Yeah, bulk cushion. And spring the reds into play. Very KP stuff again.
Yes, and there in one fell swoop, the frame just opened.
Bonus through that gap.
I think this frame is a classic example, Alan. He's not getting outfoxed, is he? Trump. Those days, as you say, are over.
He has to get some pace in this red now, Ronnie. He doesn't want to leave it near left middle. See, he's trying to inject pace in it. Good shot. That is excellent. That was quite dangerous, that. If you just try to park the cue ball in the corner, you could have left the red dangerously near that left middle. Absolutely fascinating into this last frame of the first mini session then. The red that Ronnie's pushing back up table here, I just want to push this just past the blue spot. You don't really want to push it to the bulk line or into bulk because it leaves quite an easy safety shot. You see that? Just little small things in the game you've got to just be aware of. I'm saying Ronnie's not aware of everything in this game, but you see, the point is there now, he's got a chance about it beating in behind black playing this. Sometimes the obvious safety shot isn't really the way to go about it. Playing side to side. Yeah, that's Ronnie's own making the trouble that he's, well, not massive trouble, but fascinating stuff. I do believe though that the last shot that Judd played, he should have really tried to get in behind black. Wasn't massive risk attached to it. It's gone now obviously, but
white past the line of the brown. No hampered queuing.
Keep making calls, but I fancy him for this. I think his backswing's a wee bit longer tonight.
Yeah, sure.
I think his potting's a wee bit more on point, a bit more reliable. I just got a little feeling about this shot here. Sometimes something feels right. Dangerous thing to predict, but...
And also the pressure might be off a little because of the awkward red on the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah. Look at that shot. Don't listen to it.
What?
The biggest problem looking ahead would be potting blue to get on the pink. Brown to blue, no bargain either. We can't discount him.
Yeah, what he's thinking about here is trying to get an angle on the yellow, pot the yellow and shift the blue first time round. It's a good piece of thinking actually. Whether he chooses to go about it that way remains to be seen, but you know, the cannon on the blue off the yellow, you'd be hard pressed to see him not have some sort of shot in the green. He's going deep here in the green, so he may well be playing that, is he? Yeah, he's playing it. Well, he's He's not playing it for certain. He's still thinking about it, but I think there's big value in it, because brown to blue as things stand, he'd be hard pressed to get nice on it. Cannon on the blue then.
Six.
I think this one is quite important. He pots this. Ronnie doesn't need the blue as things stand. Good shot.
And crucially, there is an angle there. Maybe not as much as you would like. The cushion.
Yeah, that's why he tried to shift the blue. Shot the goal, wasn't it? Good thinking all round, to be honest.
Your trump, 13.
Interest. He didn't want to nudge the black close to a cushion because he needs it. He needs all three colours. Sullivan only needs blue and pink.
Yeah, playing the snooker, pushing the blue back up. Can he hold the cue ball down in this corner? Well, double kiss. Needs it to travel. I think it just about has. Just about gotten away with this. It's potable, but control-wise, very little doing. He takes the pot on. I suppose if he plays it thin, the cue ball up and down, the one thing you'd expect the blue to maybe go up the side cushion if he missed it. Oh, good shot. Oh, where's the cue ball?
That was cruel. Smashing pot. Now we know how good Sullivan has been over the years with these blues to the corner pockets. Will the action deliver at this critical juncture? Trump now needs a snooker.